Hello guys, and welcome to another quick tutorial from Vintage Radar. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the watch battery on your Fossil Quartz watch. Today's model is going to be the chronograph version with the 100 meters of water resistance, so we have the screw down back. I'm going to leave a link in the description box below to the watch battery and to all the tools that I used throughout this video. For reference, I would definitely recommend to go and purchase the exact watch battery type that your watch takes, and I would definitely recommend to go and purchase the ones from Renata because they are going to be higher quality. Here are two examples of the 377 and the 379 watch battery types. Also, I'm going to use the same watch battery because this particular watch already has a watch battery inside and it is working just fine. And as you can see here on the table, I have the basic watch tools that I'm going to use. Here we have a watch holder that can be very useful in case it is very hard to open the back of the watch, in order to hold it together, and it is going to be easier to open it up. In case you have a snap-off back, you are going to need the back case remover. I have two pair of tweezers because I'm going to take off the battery with the metallic pair of tweezers, and I'm going to maneuver the watch battery, so the new watch battery, with a non-metallic pair of tweezers, so in my case with a carbon version, because I do not want to drain the watch battery. Also, I have the watch wrench. This is going to be let's say mandatory in case you have a screw down back, because it is going to be almost impossible to open it without this tool, maybe with a pair of pliers, but there is a big risk that you can actually damage your watch. And that is why I recommend you go and purchase the basic watchmaker toolkit, because you are going to find all the tools that I use throughout this video. In case you have a snap-off back, you are going to also need a watch press in order to close the back of the watch at the end. In order to have better access to the watch battery, I'm going to use the pin remover in order to remove the bracelet, and I'm going to do this in order to have better access to the back of the watch. I'm going to do this more for educational purposes, in order for me to be able to show you the back of the watch and how I work. But in case you have done this several times, you can actually open it without opening the bracelet. But this way you are going to have easier access to the back of the watch, and it is going to be easier to open the back of the watch. So as I mentioned, we have a screw down back, meaning we need to unscrew the back of the watch, and that is where I'm going to use this tool, so the watch wrench. So as you can see, we have these three pins, and I'm going to match them with the notches that we can find on the back of the watch. So you can use this wheel in order to get the top two pins closer together or further apart, and the handle, you can screw it in order to get this closer to the other two, or unscrew it in order to get it further away. So what you first want to do is to try to match two of these pins. So as you can see, I'm going to get one inside, and then I'm going to use just one wheel until I get the first two pins aligned. Then as I hold the first two pins perfectly aligned, I'm going to try to match the third notch as well. And once I am in, I'm going to unscrew the back of the watch, so I'm going to rotate it to the left, so in a counterclockwise direction. So you are going to unscrew it around 2 to 3 times, and then you should be able to do it with your bare hands. So you are going to unscrew the back of the watch, and we are going to remove the back of the watch. Now when you remove the back of the watch, you want to also look for the gasket. So this is going to be this rubber O-ring. You want to put it back either on the back itself, or you might have a groove here where you can actually place it, as you can see right here. So these are going to be the two places where you can actually insert the O-ring. Now what we are going to do is to remove the old battery, and for this I'm going to use the metallic pair of tweezers. As you can see, the watch battery has a metallic plate right here that gets over the watch battery, so I cannot remove it from that end, and here I have a flexible part that I can actually move. So what I'm going to do is to insert one tip of the pair of tweezers, gently push the flexible metallic part downwards, and as you can see, the battery is going to pop out. If you do this, let's say, more aggressively, it can even jump around, so make sure to take your time. And then, since I'm going to use the same watch battery, I'm going to maneuver it using my non-metallic pair of tweezers, and that is because I do not want to drain the energy from the watch battery. Sometimes you might find some oxidation here on this metallic plate, so you might want to clean that if you have the available, let's say, special alcohol or something in order to clean it up, because that is going to ensure the connection between the watch battery and the watch. Now when you open the watch and remove the old watch battery, you will be able to read a number on the back of the watch battery, so where you have the plus, in our case 926. So this is going to be the exact battery type that, let's say, AG7 or 399 is. So they are going to have different names. You can look for the exact watch battery type that you have here and battery equivalent on Google, and you will be able to find the exact watch battery type. Now, as I mentioned, most chronograph, Fossil watches, and even from other brands are going to use the AG7 or the AG6, and once again I'm going to leave a link in the description box below. Now in order to insert, let's say, the new watch battery back into the watch, as you can see, what I want to do is to go at an angle, and I want my battery to go underneath this fixed metallic plate, because I cannot move this, and I'm going to push it from the other side where I have the flexible part. As you can see, I can either try to push it just like this, or with one tip of my pair of tweezers, I'm going to grab the metallic part and I'm going to push it towards myself. Or you can even use the metallic pair of tweezers in order, once again, to push the metallic part towards yourself and push the battery inside. As you can see, now the watch battery is inside, and now we can see if our watch is ticking. Now there are going to be some instances where you see a double tick, or your watch might not be perfectly working, and that is because we also need to do the AC reset. Usually you will be able to find on the inner part of the back of the watch or a sticker here on the movement that says after battery replacement you need to contact the AC with the plus of the battery, but in our case it is going to be a minus. So we are going to look out on the metallic plate, and we are going to look for all the signs that there are written right here. And right here we can see a small minus. So we have minus, and we need to insert one tip of my pair of tweezers, so the metallic one, and connect it with the plus. And I'm going to do this for around 3 seconds. After that, all the possible errors should be removed, and this is going to be good enough for me to go. And now I have to assemble the watch back together. So what I want to do is to, as I mentioned, make sure that our O-ring is back in place. If you have the option to grease it, please do so. If not, that is okay as well. And then we are going to start rotating it, this time to the right. So in order to screw it back in, at some point you won't be able to do this with your bare hands, so that is where I'm going to use the watch wrench, and I'm going to rotate it, as I mentioned, to the right. If you want to protect your water resistance, you need to make sure that the watch is sealed. So you want to, let's say, screw it until you feel a very strong resistance, but you do not want to go over that resistance, because if you try to screw it back in a lot harder, there is a big chance that you can actually damage the O-ring, and your water is actually going to lose some of its water resistance. Usually what you want to also look for is to have the writing perfectly matching the front of the watch. So as you can see, I have Fossil written this way, and the back, after you have perfectly rotated it, it should match the writing on the front of the watch. So it shouldn't be a little bit to the left or to the right, and that is a very easy way in case the watch manufacturer did this correctly. Let's say if the standards were high, this is going to perfectly match the front. Now we're also going to close the buckle, and I'm going to insert this pins, so the spring bar inside its hole, and then I'm going to put it back here. And here what you want to do is to insert one tip of the pin, as you can see, in the first hole. Hold it like this with, let's say, your non-dominant hand, and then with my right hand, in my case, I'm going to take the pin remover with the part where we have 2 teeth in order to grab the other end of the spring bar and push it underneath, and then we are going to search for the second hole. Usually you can hear a small click, and that is going to signal the fact that the pin is inside. And now, as you can see, we have the watch ticking. Now, after you have replaced the watch battery, what we need to do is also align the chronograph and set the time. I'm going to post a full guide with all the functions and features of the chronograph by Fossil, so also how to read the tachymeter, how to set the time and date, and how to perfectly align the chronograph after the battery replacement, and also how to use it. Once again, make sure to check out the full guide in the description box below. So guys, that was the quick tutorial that I had for you today. In case you found value from this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this YouTube channel, it really means a lot. Make sure to grab all the things that you need in order to start working on your watches, in order to replace the watch battery. I'm going to leave links in the description box below. You can also support the channel if you use these affiliate links. I get a very small commission, and that helps the channel and making these videos in the future as well. And if you would like to purchase your first vintage watch, guys, make sure to check out our website vintageradar.com, because we have thousands of vintage watches for sale. Link in the description box below. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to see you on the next one, so make sure to be subscribed.